Good morning, everybody. We're continuing our gratefulness series, and it's getting better and better. Today, we are talking about your best friends and buddies throughout your whole life. Okay, so friends. Friends can be for a very short period of time, friends can be for a lifetime, yet they can make a huge impact in your life. Today, I'm going to mention four in particular that seriously, I owe you so much. I am so grateful for you. I could spend the rest of my life trying to pay you guys back, and it will not do you justice. So let's start off with Brian Pavnik. Brian Pavnik, you were one of my first friends when I moved from California. You were a fellow gymnast, you were a fellow diver, you're brilliant, you're a musician. I mean, seriously, what is there not to like about you? You're just the nicest guy in the world. So seriously, you thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When it came to diving, if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't have joined. I probably wouldn't have passed math the senior year in high school. And so I can't, how do you thank somebody for helping you pass high school? Seriously. Brian, thank you. You are someone that I've always looked up to, and even throughout the last like 10, 15 years, you're still one of my dearest friends that have made just I wish even right now I'm struggling to find the words. Thank you. I could see you more, and I wish every single time I see you that I could just do some grand gesture to thank you for your friendship, your expertise, your guidance, your example over the last few years, or for the last 30 years. Next, Andy Sule. Andrew, man alive. I can't describe how ignorant I was as a high schooler. Andy was one of those guys that he's just brilliant. He's smart as heck. He was good looking, so all the girls liked him. He was athletic. One of those guys that you wish you could be, you're the person you look up to, the person you want to be, but they're like, the same age as you, and you're in the same school, you're in the same everything, and it's like, how is this person so far ahead of me when we're experiencing life together? I don't get it. Andy was one of those guys. All like the girls I had crushes on liked him. Yet you couldn't help but just become best friends with him because he's such a nice guy. And he would literally give you the shirt off his back, literally. Okay, and that's the thing. He was friends with me from my great period down into the worst dumps of my life. I can't blame him for kind of moving on. I had become so not what I was. It didn't appear that I was going to be going anywhere. I hate to say it, but it was almost losing him as a friend that helped me pull my head out of my butt and become a better person. Right now, as far as my life is concerned, he's the one person that if I can see again and just give you the biggest hug in the world and thank you for being such a good person to me, I would. Andy, thank you, and I'm sorry. And I hope someday I will be able to say thank you in person. We're going to move on to Charlie and Clint. Charlie was one of my dearest friends. He was a friend for a very short period of time. But, man, you took such good care of me. Every night you're like, hey, where are we going? It's like, well, man, I don't have any money to go out tonight. Well, I didn't ask you if you had money. I said, where are we going? And he was just that buddy. He makes friends wherever he goes. You go into a bar, there would be like 3 beers waiting for us because the bartender knew him. Charlie was just such a great guy. And him and I went through some really weird experiences together, but we came out the other side with family and things like that. Charlie, you're one of the best salesmen I've ever met. I mean, how you manage to do what you do is incredible. And I learned so much from you. He was my manager at Men's Warehouse. And like, for example, I was being an idiot back in the day. And he's one of the few times I ever got suspended from work, and I was so mad. But I was like a pawn. They knew that if they did that, I would perform. And rest assured, I ended up performing. I didn't miss a day for so long, and I sold, man. Those are the stupid lessons, right? Thank you, Charlie. Next, Clint. You were my buddy in high school. We hung out, bands. you're just one of those guys that you just, you could hang out forever at your house. We have beers, barbecues, pool parties. So I remember when you used to show up at my house like every day after work, and we would just hang out and do stuff. We used to party together. I mean, just good times. And they last, and he's one of those guys that you could pick up 5 years later, just like you'd never left off. Just near and dear friends. This is another long video. Friends are everything, whether it's 2 days they're in your life, 2 hours they're in your life, or if it's 20 years, they all have their place, right? Who's your best friend below? Who's the friend that made the most impact in your life? Who's the friend you want to thank more than anything? Please leave that below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. If you like these comments, if you like these videos, if they are making any impact on you, please like, share, comment, smash that subscribe button. Is it over here? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, much appreciated.